Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Abby Max. On this week's show, we have this.
Take your resume, take the job description, put them into AI, and you come out as the perfect candidate. The problem is there's too many perfect candidates.
Galactic Coaster is our first space-themed indoor family coaster. It goes up to 40 miles per hour, and you can actually customize your own ride experience. It's pretty amazing.
It also looks like disaster relief. Here at home, we mobilize quickly and coordinate with community agencies. We'll often use our meeting houses as command centers so that we can get to those that need the help as quickly as possible.
I think it's going to be so incredible, I think, for people to be able to see this town being built from the ground up. It's something, it's kind of like when you meet a new friend or fall in love.
Albuquerque has a very special place in my heart. The landscape there is just amazing all through New Mexico and as you go out west.
We have a cod fish fritter called bacalaitos. They're made with bacalao.
All that and more right here on New Mexico Rising.
Spring's here, and if you're getting ready for Easter or just having people over, there's a shift towards keeping things a little simpler this year. And it's called something like soft hosting. And it's all about making it look good without turning it into a full production. And today, we've got Emmy-nominated chef and culinary journalist Cara Di Falco, who's here to walk us through it. Cara, you got to teach me all about this. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you doing, Dan? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing good. All right, so when we're trying to get ready to host something pretty much for the spring, where do we usually start, and what are some of your go-to tips to get things moving?
Dan, really, you nailed it. You just want to keep it fresh, simple, and festive. So on my show, Cara's Cucina, I always tell folks, you don't have to be the person doing the whole thing. You just need one thing, excuse me, that's going to stand out, like a bright seasonal dish, a refreshed brunch spread, or a colorful dessert. Any one of those things is going to help create a memorable experience for you and your guests.
So if you want to add some personality to an Easter or spring gathering, what are some easy ways to do that without even overthinking it?
Yeah, you know what? It's just those little details, right, Dan, that help you elevate the entire thing. So you can celebrate spring with Cricut. Using Cricut Joy Extra, the compact smart cutting machine makes it easy to bring bright creative ideas to life. And the new guided flows in Cricut Design Space let you make everything from customized Easter baskets to spring-themed decor. It cuts 50-plus materials. It's easy to customize your projects. Whether you're a beginner or an expert, there is no craft room required.
We just bought one of those things for our control room, and we use it for everything. And it's a surprise with some of the weird things that we've been using it for like whiteboards and other things that we have around the house. So
that's a great idea.
All right, and for people putting together a brunch or family meal, what are some simple menu items that still feel just a little bit special?
Listen, if you are putting together your spring or Easter menu, you want to lean on Bob Evans. Their ready-to-heat side dishes include family-sized macaroni and cheese or original mashed potatoes. These provide that home-style comfort and let connection become the centerpiece of your Easter celebration. These can be microwave-ready in minutes, which is a lifesaver if you are hosting. They're also made with real ingredients like 100% real cheese, potatoes, milk, and butter. You can serve them as is, or you can use them in recipes like this delicious macaroni and cheese breakfast casserole, which is the perfect dish for an Easter brunch.
So when it comes to Easter, are there any sweet traditions you like seeing families bring back or maybe have a fresh start with?
You know what, Dan? You cannot do Easter without something sweet, maybe chocolate, right? So you can unwrap the magic of Easter with Lenz's iconic Gold Bunny, available in rich milk chocolate and new salted caramel. These are the perfect centerpiece for Easter baskets or your spring table. Also this year, Lenz has some new additions to their Easter lineup. Gold Bunny creamy milk chocolate bunnies are little mini bite-sized bunnies. They fit perfectly in the eggs for the egg hunt, or luxurious Lenz Dubai-style chocolate eggs featuring a creamy pistachio filling. And look out for Lindor carrot cake truffles. These are now available nationwide.
And if somebody just wants to make the day feel like a little more fun for everyone, what's one easy thing that they could add?
Yeah, you know what, Dan, and you and I were just talking nostalgia off camera before we got started, and you just want to add something familiar that just makes the moment. So Sunny D is that popular, tangy, orange-flavored citrus punch that's been a family favorite for generations. It always hits with both kids and adults. I like that it comes in different sizes. The smaller bottles, great for baskets or egg hunts. The larger ones fit beautifully on the table. Sunny D is an easy way to add something bright and refreshing to your brunch or your backyard egg hunt without you having to do any extra prep. So it's just a fun idea for Easter.
Wait, did I just spot Sunny D flavored Peeps?
Yes, you did.
That's amazing. All right.
Right?
And if people want more ideas, pretty much after this, where should they go?
Dan, for everything we talked about today, you want to head on over to tipsontv.com.
Cara Di Falco, I really enjoy having you on the show today.
My pleasure. Thanks, Dan.
A lot of people are using AI to help with resumes right now, but it's actually making hiring harder. New research shows many managers are struggling to tell who really has the right skills. Today, we're joined by Bill Driscoll with Robert Half to break this down and share some tips. Welcome, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm happy to hear that. Alrighty, so how is AI changing the way people apply for jobs and how companies hire?
Well, many people think AI is the answer for everything. It's not. There's a new challenge. AI-generated resumes are cluttering companies' inboxes, and it's taking more time to sort truth from fiction. Nearly 2/3 of the hiring managers we spoke to say AI is making it harder to hire.
And what are a few simple tips for job seekers using AI right now?
First, double down on what AI can't replicate: critical thinking, communication, and problem solving. Your human skills matter more than ever. Second, focus on relevant skills, things that you can back up with experiences and examples from your resume, not just keywords from the job description. And third, and this might be the most important relative to AI for the job seeker, use AI to research and prepare for your phone screens and interviews. You can learn so much about a company, its prospects, its clients, the culture there, as well as all the financial information. This used to take going to multiple sources and hours, and some of that stuff you couldn't even find out. Now it's right there at the tip of your fingers with AI. And again, you can be laser focused with great questions for your phone screen or interview, which both are so critical to getting the job.
What's an example of someone using AI too much during the hiring process?
Well, an example would be take your resume, take the job description, put them into AI, and you come out as the perfect candidate. The problem is there's too many perfect candidates. Too many applicants are using the words of the job posting as opposed to their own words. Too many applicants can't back up what AI creates. All of these are red flags, and they're elongating the hiring process, which is not good for the job seeker or the companies trying to hire.
And how can companies spot that and still find the best candidate?
Well, in the 34 years that I've been doing this in staffing, and now as the technology expert at Robert Half, I've never seen companies spend more time reviewing applications, doing multiple interviews where one used to suffice to vet candidates and determine what their real experiences are, updating job descriptions to discourage generic and automated responses. So all of that is, again, elongating the hiring timeline. And working with a partner like Robert Half, 90% of the firms we spoke to found that we can really help them cut down that timeline by providing proven and vetted candidates with real skills based on past performance and give you 2 or 3 candidates and expedite your hiring process.
And where can people go for more information?
Come visit us at roberthalf.com.
Bill Driscoll, my friend, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Fans of When Calls the Heart are finally getting the backstory, and it's a pretty big one. Hope Valley 1874 is now streaming, taking us to the very beginning of the town and the people who pretty much built it. We're joined by Bethany Joy Lenz and Jill Hennessy, who play 2 of the women at the center of it all. And it's great to have you 2 here. How are you?
Hi, so great to be here.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. I've heard a lot about this. A lot of my fans, or a lot of the people watching, are fans of the show. And for people that do already or are already fans of this world, what's different about seeing Hope Valley kind of at the way beginning?
Oh man, I think it's going to be so incredible, I think, for people to be able to see this town being built from the ground up. It's something. It's kind of like when you meet a new friend, or fall in love. The more that you find out about the person that you're in love with, you go to meet their family, you go and meet their siblings, you go sit there with their mom and go through the family photo book. Like, that's what we're giving you guys a chance to do as fans of When Calls the Heart. And we really hope to do it justice.
And Bethany, your character, Rebecca, is coming into the frontier life from pretty much Chicago life. What kind of adjustment is she dealing with early on?
Well, there are several adjustments. The first being that she's been recently widowed. So trying to figure out emotionally where to place her grief while also being in this sort of emergency situation of needing to get her daughter to a safe place. And we don't know exactly why yet. Well, we know, but you're going to find out. And she's got to get across the frontier and get her daughter into a safe place in Canada. So she doesn't have a lot of time for emotional processing. And that's kind of where Hattie Quinn comes in, Jill's character. It opens up once Rebecca lands. Hattie becomes a source of stability and trust for Rebecca to actually start to learn how to soften and open up.
And yeah, she was saying, Jill, Hattie's already part of this community. How would you describe her role in shaping what Hope Valley becomes?
Wow. Well, she's Hattie Quinn runs the Trading Post, and she originally came out with her husband and very small girl at the beginning. And now her daughter is around 20 years old, but she recently lost her husband. So now she's running this Trading Post by herself with her daughter. And she is sort of the glue that holds the community together. And I think she runs it with a great sense of humor and incredible, direct, no nonsense kind of spirit, and has great connections with the whole community. But then Rebecca starts walking into town with her daughter, riding in a covered wagon. And I think Hattie identifies a woman who's very courageous and intelligent and is kind of haunted by something. And Hattie's not sure what is haunting Rebecca, but I think she also identifies a kindred spirit that she might become friends with. And I think Rebecca sort of opens Hattie up to how lonely she really feels, and a lot of feelings she's been trying to suppress just so she can get through day to day, because that's what this whole show is about. It's just these characters trying to survive every single day.
Hey, horses be walking, so it's not that big. You're not too far off.
Exactly.
All right, when people start watching now, what do you think is going to be like getting them hooked and keep them coming back each and every week?
The characters. I mean, the setting is amazing, but it's also something that they've seen before, maybe not as broken down, but we are using the When Calls the Heart sets. There are a few locations that will be new for When Calls fans. And for people who haven't watched When Calls the Heart, you don't need to. You can still jump right in and you won't miss a beat. But I would say the relationships of who the characters are there's something for everyone.
Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me today. Hope Valley 1874 is streaming now on Hallmark Plus with new episodes dropping every Thursday. You can jump in anytime to catch up. Thank you two for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's something about a road trip that feels different, and Route 66 is kind of the ultimate version of that. It's turning 100 next year, and that milestone is already getting people back on the road and rethinking how they travel. Megan Keiser is a travel expert and author who spent years helping people see more of the world without overspending, and she's got some great ideas for doing Route 66 absolutely right. Welcome to the show, Megan. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Dan. Great to be here. Thanks.
All right, so, Route 66 has been around for nearly a century. What is it about this drive that still connects with people today? And why are road trips having such a moment right now?
Yeah, from the vintage diners to those neon motels, quirky roadside attractions, Route 66 is truly a legendary American road trip. It's nearly 2,500 miles that crosses 8 beautiful states, including your own. And communities along the route are gearing up for celebration. So it's the perfect time to check out my favorite travel site and app, Booking.com. As the official travel partner of the Route 66 Centennial, Booking.com is spotlighting the Mother Road ahead of its 100th and helping travelers plan their own unforgettable adventure.
And for somebody that's thinking about doing, Route 66, where do you even start and how do you map it out and find the right places to stay along the way?
Yes. Well, like you said, road trips are really having a moment right now, and Booking.com knows the trends. Its 2026 travel predictions show that nearly 80% of travelers want more spontaneous, flexible road trips. And over 3/4 say they're drawn to road trips because they get to meet new people along the way. So that connection component. And the Route 66 Centennial is adding even more excitement, from car shows to Foodie Fest, or even Albuquerque's Roads to Rails Fest in April. So if you're going to undertake this amazing trip, one of the best parts is discovering those memorable places to stay along the way. And the Booking.com app is so easy to use. It makes planning the journey simpler than ever. Travelers can map out the route, stay organized, and discover a huge range of stays and attractions all in one place. We have thousands of stays along Route 66, Chicago to Santa Monica. So start in Illinois, end with the California sunset, plan it all so easily.
And a lot of people are watching their travel budget. So what are some smart ways to kind of make this trip a little more affordable without missing out on all the good stuff?
Yes, my book is all about stretching the budget so you can save money, so you can travel more. And the Booking.com Genius Rewards Visa Signature Card helps travelers get more value out of every trip. Cardholders enjoy instant Genius Level 3 status, and that unlocks perk options like travel discounts and room upgrades, even credit toward funding that next getaway or road trip. So it's kind of like getting paid to travel.
So when you think about that full like Route 66 experience, what are like a few of the can't miss stops or moments that should like people build into their trip?
Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, there's something for everybody. So if you're more of a city person, definitely start out in September in Springfield, Illinois. There is the September Mother Road Festival. As you go through, you can see the St. Louis Arch, the Tulsa, Oklahoma 1925 Mayo Hotel, or Amarillo's Big Texan Motel. Flagstaff, Albuquerque has a very special place in my heart. The landscape there is just amazing all through New Mexico and as you go out west. And Booking.com, it just makes it so easy to organize everything in one place, from stays to attractions and activities to rental cars. I mean, there's thousands of rental car options. So you can have the wind in your hair in a convertible, or a classic muscle car, a sports car on the open highway. All about getting that vintage or novel or nostalgic Route 66 vibe. You can have it all anymore. So definitely don't sleep on all those deals, and you can check out all your needs for planning your Route 66 vacation at Booking.com.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Megan Keiser.
Thank you. Happy trails.
Do you ever wonder how global aid actually gets distributed and where it makes its biggest impact? A new report shows more than $1 billion in humanitarian assistance was delivered over the past year, supporting everything from food, clean water, to disaster relief. So joining us today is Blaine Maxfield, Managing Director of Welfare and Self-Reliance Services, with a closer look on what that support really means. Welcome to the show, Blaine. How are you, my friend?
Great, Dan. I'm glad to be here.
When you look at this report, what stands out most in terms of like the real impact on the ground?
Well, as I look at the report, the things that stands out the most to me are the individuals that are impacted in the report. You mentioned the $1.5 billion in humanitarian aid that was provided last year. So what does that look like? 3,500 humanitarian projects in 196 countries and territories all over the world. What stands out again are the people, those that are receiving the aid, and then also those that are volunteering their time and their talents to help people. More than 7.4 million service hours were rendered last year, which is almost more than 1 million than the previous year. So what do those look like? It looks like us providing and reaching out to those with the most urgent needs. Perhaps it's providing food to a family that's facing hunger. We have provided more than 20 million mothers and children appropriate vitamins that they need, and over 200,000 pregnant women were screened so they can get the aid that they need for their pregnancy. It also looks like disaster relief, whether it's here or around the world.
And you focus a lot on self-reliance. How does that shift communities from short-term help to long-term stability?
We love to partner humanitarian efforts, which often tend to be a little bit more short-term, with longer-term results like self-reliance efforts. We'll combine those together so that we can help teach skills or trades or other education experiences that connect people with better work or different types of work that allow them to provide for themselves and their family in more meaningful ways. You know, when this happens, we see something very special that occurs. An individual sees themselves differently. Their confidence levels go up. Their dignity looks differently. And it has a ripple effect on their family, on their children, and they tend to want to look outside of themselves and help in their communities even more.
There's also work happening right here in the United States. What does that look like locally?
You know, last year alone, we were able to distribute more than 77 million pounds of food here in the United States, which equates to about 30 million meals. So 37 million pounds of food, 30 million meals, which was very important for us to do that. It also looks like disaster relief. Here at home, we mobilize quickly and coordinate with community agencies. We'll often use our meeting houses as command centers so that we can get to those that need the help as quickly as possible. Last year, that could have been in the fires that were in Southern California, disasters that took place in the southeastern part of the United States. Today, we're tracking some fires, tragically, that are occurring in Texas. We want to be able to mobilize our networks so we can get aid as quickly as possible to those that need it.
And for people that are watching who want to help, what are some simple ways they can get involved in their own community?
This is our favorite question, Dan. People will say, geez, I want to help, but I'm not even sure exactly where to start. I want to put my best intentions into action. So we invite people to go to our free nationwide platform, justserve.org. There, you can go there regardless of your background. You can find more than 3,000 volunteer projects every month. All you need to do is go to justserve.org. You simply type in your zip code, and then you can select a project that fits your schedule and often that's very close to you.
And you're also working with partners around the world. How do these collaborations expand what you're able to do?
We realize that there's more need in the world than we can just provide by ourselves. And so we do look for collaborating organizations to help us in these efforts. We work with organizations like UNICEF, Save the Children. We have a long-standing relationship with the American Red Cross, the World Food Program, CARE, some of the larger organizations, and even some smaller humanitarian organizations. We really want to ensure that our resources are properly and credibly distributed and that the aid is effective and sustainable in the ways that we're helping people.
And on a personal level, what keeps you motivated doing this kind of work?
Yeah, I love that question. I have been so happy to see people all over the world that have given of their time to help and to serve. I've also seen people that have received aid and what it means to them. What motivates me is my belief in the importance that we do all have to love our neighbor. In a world that is becoming more divisive, the antidote to that can be to look outside of ourselves and serve others. And so that's what motivates me.
So where can our viewers go if they want to learn more or even volunteer themselves?
Yeah, please go to our platform, justserve.org. Just type in that zip code and go out and serve.
Blaine, Maxfield, I really want to thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Spring meals are starting to show up on the table, and Easter is one of those moments where food really brings everyone together. From light seasonal dishes to family favorites, there are a lot of easy ways to make things feel special without overcomplicating it. Today, we're joined by Chef Fernando Desa, Corporate Executive Chef and Product Development Manager for Goya Foods, who's sharing some simple recipes anyone can make at home. Welcome, Chef Fernando. How are you?
Very good. And you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear that. So Easter lines up with the start of spring. How can people bring those fresh seasonal flavors into their holiday meals?
Just starting with fresh vegetables from spring vegetables and then combine them with, traditional Goya products that you have in your pantry. You can get through a supermarket like Goya beans, coconut milk, and, extra virgin olive oil. Those ingredients that, will marry together and get these delicious dishes that you have here.
And a lot of families are still observing Lent right now. What's a go-to meat-free dish that you love that's easy to make?
So we have a couple easy dishes for that today. We have a codfish fritter called bacalaitos. They're, made with bacalao, with codfish, a little bit of cilantro, some sofrito, and it's crispy and perfect. And then after that, we have a white bean and artichoke dip that you can enjoy with fresh vegetables, or you can enjoy it with Goya plantain chips or yuca chips. So good.
And when it comes to Easter Sunday, what are a few recipes that really work for everyone at the table?
You can go around with lamb chops. And my lamb chops, I season them with Goya, extra virgin olive oil, adobo, fresh herbs, and some aioli sauce. It's spectacular. And then to finish, we go with the dessert. It's one of my favorite things to do, desserts. So we did a coquito pie, which is a combination of coconut milk, evaporated milk, condensed milk, vanilla, cinnamon, and then the crust is unbelievable. The crust is made with Goya Maria cookies and butter. Then you bake to perfection, top with toasted coconut. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So all these dishes have authentic flavor, super tasty.
Well, I wasn't hungry till you started talking.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's working. And Goya is also giving back in a very big way this season. What can you tell us what Goya Gives is doing right now?
Well, it's a celebration of Goya 90th year anniversary. We're giving away 1 million pounds of food across America on the 90th day of the year, which is March 31st. So that way we can feed the hunger, feed the people that are in need. And so that way they can enjoy like we're doing here, bring some food, healthy and tasty.
And if people maybe want to try these recipes at home, where should they go for more information?
So more information and more recipes like this, you can go to Goya.com and enjoy all these delicious recipes.
Chef Fernando, Desa, I want to thank you for hanging out with me today.
Thank you so much.
Spring break is almost here, and a lot of families are looking for something fun that everyone can get into. Legoland just launched a brand new space-themed area with rides, games, and interactive experiences. Today, we've got Julie Estrada, Legoland Ambassador, and Tom Storer, Project Director with Merlin Magic Making, joining us with a closer look. Welcome to you both.
Hi, Kayla. Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
So, Lego Galaxy just opened recently. What is it, and what can families expect when they walk in?
It's an exciting time for both Legoland California and Legoland Florida resorts. We just opened Lego Galaxy featuring Galacticoaster. Galacticoaster is our first space-themed indoor family coaster. It goes up to 40 miles per hour, and you can actually customize your own ride experience. It's pretty amazing.
And as you just mentioned, that Galacticoaster is getting a lot of attention. What makes this ride different from other rides at the park?
Well, so what's really special and unique about the Galacticoaster is the overall design of it. We've co-created it with Lego, and it features some historic sets from the 70s, 80s, 90s. And then you get to customize your spacecraft by selecting the nose, the wings, the tails, and even some special features like disco balls or balloons. And then the best part is you'll get to see yourself before you launch on that very spaceship you built. So it's really cool. The reactions of families so far has been out of this world.
Yeah, and Kayla, there's 625 different combinations. So essentially you could ride the ride every day for almost 2 years and get a unique experience every time, which is what I love about it.
You sold me. I might have to request a few days off.
As you should.
Come on out and visit.
So how long has this new land been in development?
Merlin Magic Making and Lego have been co-creating this for over 3.5 years. So it's been a long labor of love, and it's come to life in spectacular fashion, and is so far so good.
Yeah.
Everybody's good, loving it.
And for families visiting Legoland for the first time, what are a few simple tips to make it a great experience?
Well, Legoland resorts are geared towards families with children ages 2 to 12. So with any 2 to 12-year-old, you need to plan ahead. So go to Legoland.com, plan your day, check the height requirements, check out the dietary guidelines, find what you want to eat. Here we have the ultimate food outlet, which is this amazing intergalactic spaceport that you can choose from all different kinds of cuisine from around the different planets, and know what you're going to experience ahead of time. I think that's the best advice I could give as a mom and now grandma.
And are there any special deals people should know about right now?
Yes, if you're coming to Legoland, California, you can get 40% off tickets right now. You can get $70 off annual passes. And then if you come and stay at the hotel one night, you can come and play the next day for free. Legoland Florida has an amazing deal too. You stay 2 nights at the hotel, you get the 3rd night free. So come on out, check Legoland.com ahead of time. That's the best way to find the best deals before planning your trip.
Well, this has all been wonderful information. I will definitely be requesting off as soon as we're done here. Julie, Tom, I want to thank you both for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us, Kayla.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in and checking us out here on New Mexico Rising. If you're a fan of the show and want to know what's going on behind the scenes, follow us on social media. We're at New Mexico Rising on Facebook and Instagram. Also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at New Mexico Rising. Thank you again for joining us right here on New Mexico Rising.